So what we're going to do right now is take a look at circular knitting using two circular needles. This technique was introduced by Kat Bordy in her book, Socks Sew on Two Circular Needles, but it can be used for any form of circular knitting. And it's a very simple technique, and it doesn't matter how many stitches you have. So I've already started a little tube on two circular needles, and you'll see that I have a blue needle and I have a silver needle. Right now I'm working across the blue needle, so I'm just going to knit as usual until I reach the end of the stitches on this needle, and then we'll take a look at it. So what you're going to see is that half of my stitches are on the blue needle and half of my stitches are on the silver needle. The trick to doing this is that these stitches will always be worked only on this needle, and these stitches will always be worked only on this needle. So I'm going to pull this through so that all of the stitches on the blue needle are on the flexible part of the circular, and that gives me the flexibility to be able to start to work the stitches from the silver needle. So what I'm doing with this half of the stitches is I'm setting up, and I'm going to find the other half of the same needle and knit them back onto their own needle. I'm never going to mix the stitches. I have to be careful with this first stitch to do it relatively tightly so that I don't create a gap between the stitches on the two needles. So I'm going to work my way across, and then when I get to the end of the needle, it's time to work the stitches on the blue needle. So I'm going to pull this through so that they're all on the flexible portion of the needle. Pick up my blue needle and find the other end of my blue needle and knit these stitches back to their own needle again, taking care to join rather tightly so that I'm not creating a gap between the stitches on the two needle. So that's it. You can see that I can continue to knit my tube, and I can knit at any size just using two circular needles. This is an alternative to using double pointeds, but of course you're free to use any type of circular method you want. This is just one option.